Well, ahead of the biggest award show of the year, our movie guy Will Meyer is giving us an in-depth look at his predictions. Hey, I might even pitch in mine as well.
Yeah, you've done well.
Just the regular Joe's idea, because I don't know a whole lot about the technical things, but it's always fun to make these predictions. It's probably one of your favorite times of
Yeah,
year.
and it's been really fun this year because it's actually kind of unpredictable. There's a lot of stuff up in the air, and so half the time they're very predictable, and so it's kind of just like, you know, checking off boxes. But this year, I mean, it's pretty tough for me to make some of my picks. So.
All right, so we're going to do it just like the award show does it. We're going to start with Best Supporting Actor. So who do you think will win?
Best Supporting Actor, I think this is going to go to Sylvester Stallone. You know, he has won at a couple other award shows already. He created this character of Rocky Balboa 40 years ago. He didn't win Best Supporting Actor then. You know, the movie did win Best Picture then, but you know, now 40 years later, he has a chance to win an Oscar for playing the same character, which is just such a cool redemption story. And you know, he's an actor too who hasn't been thought of as the greatest of actors. You know, he actually has more Razzie nominations than anybody ever, which is the awards for the worst movies each year. But he's really good in Creed. He has a lot of support from the Academy. I think he'll win. The more critical voters, I think, would say Mark Rylance is better. So, I mean, he has a chance to come in there and take it. He was in Bridge of Spies, and I think he probably does give a better performance. But, you know, I'm rooting for Stallone as well. I think he's probably going to win.
Okay, so I picked Mark Ruffalo. Because
really?
I know. Again,
He's great,
I haven't seen a lot of these, but I just thought he did a really good job in Spotlight. He really went out of his box.
Absolutely.
I always remember him from 13 going on 30.
He's one
Again,
of my favorite actors.
movie.
He has such range.
Yeah, but anyway, I liked him. Okay, so who? And our dark horse we said was Mark. I don't know how to say his last name. Rylance.
Rylance, yeah.
Okay, so now Best Supporting Actress. Let's move on to that. Who do you think will win? I
think it's going to be Alicia Vikander. Kate Winslet had the momentum with the Golden Globe win, but she's won before, and Steve Jobs doesn't have any other Oscar nominations. Alicia Vikander was the best thing about The Danish Girl. She was in 6 movies last year, which is crazy. Another one, Ex Machina, that she's in, has several other Oscar nominations, and many says she should have got an Oscar nomination for her performance in that movie too. I think this isn't a done deal, but she's probably going to win.
Okay, and then I again picked Spotlight.
Rachel McAdams?
Can you tell what my favorite movie was?
I love Spotlight, so I'd be happy with that.
I just thought she was great. And then, so the dark horse, Kate Winslet, she's always on the Oscar ballot somewhere.
She's one of our best actresses, absolutely.
So she obviously could win. Okay, next up, we've got Best Actor.
Best Actor, this is, I mean, hands down, Leonardo DiCaprio. There really is no dark horse for this one. He's been nominated 5 times, never won, and you know, people are just saying, just give it to him already.
Really?
Even though this isn't his best performance, I think he's better in The Aviator, What's Eating Gilbert Grape. But also, there's so much of a narrative too about what he went through for this movie. He's a vegetarian. He ate raw bison liver. He almost got hypothermia, learned different languages. I mean, he is absolutely going to win. If I were handing out the Oscars, I would give it to Michael Fassbender, but I think it's probably going to go to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, I picked him as well. I mean, you just had to, if you've seen that movie, you can imagine what it was like.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that set.
Yeah, absolutely. So there we go. And our dark horse, Michael Fassbender?
Yeah.
Okay. Steve Jobs?
Steve Jobs.
Okay. And then next we have Best Actress.
Yeah, this one's fairly predictable too. I mean, this one is Brie Larson for Room, I think. I think that all these performances were great. I'd be happy if any of them won, but it's really between Brie Larson and Saoirse Ronan, the 2 young actresses, both of whom were phenomenal. Brie Larson in Room, Saoirse Ronan in Brooklyn, and everyone is just gravitating towards Brie Larson. You know, she's won at every award ceremony thus far, and I saw earlier, I was checking these Oscar, you know, prognosticators. 24 out of 24 experts predict that Brie Larson will win. Right. I'm not going to bet against them, so I'm going to say that she's going to win.
I picked her because I thought she did an excellent job.
She's great
as well. She was just incredible. But do you know who I thought got snubbed?
Who's that?
Was the
Jacob
child.
Tremblay. Exactly. He was so good. I wish he would have gotten a nomination.
The child in Room. I mean, she hopefully, if she does win, she will mention that.
She will.
Because I mean, their chemistry was incredible.
Yeah.
And then, did you say our dark horse already?
Saoirse Ronan. Yeah. Dark horse.
Okay. Next we have Best Director. This one is also a toss-up.
Tough. Yeah. Ridley Scott was actually the shoe-in, but he didn't get a nomination. Now I thought it was going to be George Miller for Mad Max Fury Road. He still has a good chance. That's my favorite movie of 2015 as well, but it looks like it's going to be Alejandro González Iñárritu for The Revenant. He actually won Best Director last year, so this will be 2 years in a row. Only 3 people in history have done that. It hasn't happened in 65 years, but he won at the Golden Globes, and importantly, he won at the Directors Directors Guild Awards the other day, and only 7 times in history has the winner of that award not gone on to win Best Director at the Oscars.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think he's got
yeah,
it.
I picked him just because incredible movie to produce.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I forget who the
George
last one
Miller
is.
for
George
Mad
Miller.
Max, and he's
Mad
80
Max.
years old and sort of resurgence
Yeah.
for his career.
And
so
he's never won one.
Never won.
Yeah, so that would be nice.
I would love to see him get it personally. But.
Okay, so drum roll, Best Picture.
Yeah, matching with Best Director, I think it's going to go to The Revenant. You know, Spotlight had the early momentum; it was the early front runner, but now it's splitting votes with The Big Short, another film that has a lot of talking. The Revenant, you know, it's just got such a story behind it. The narrative about how it was made, that's all people are talking about. People really respect it, what people went through to make this movie. You know, importantly also, you know, not only is it a brutal, beautiful movie with artistic ambition, it's a movie people have seen. And, you know, the Oscars really want people to tune in. This is a box office hit, one of the only ones that have been nominated. So, you know, people are really clamoring for this movie because they've actually seen it in theaters. So I don't think it's a done deal. You know, Spotlight has the Critics' Choice win, the SAG win, and personally I hope Spotlight comes in there and takes it. But, you know, I think The Revenant is probably going to be our Best Picture winner.
All right, so I picked Spotlight.
Did you? I hope you're right.
Because I thought, well, if we're going to do it, you know, I'm going to pick who I want to win.
Yeah.
So that's why I picked Spotlight, but probably on my ballot I will pick The Revenant.
I'll be happy if any of them come in there and take it, because Spotlight, Mad Max, you know, The Big Short, I like all those a little better than The Revenant. So I hope we have an upset, and it's possible, because you know, this is a really unpredictable year.
Yeah, I like that. I like this year. A lot of good
Me
movies.
too.
So, and a lot of them are still out in theaters.
Yeah, I mean, I think almost every movie playing at Downtown West right now is up for Best Picture or something. So, yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much, Will.